Hey, good morning, team. Happy Saturday. Call this Spontaneity Saturday or Spontaneous Saturday. You know, I seldom get up before 5:30 in the morning, and this morning I slept in a little bit, rolled out of bed about 07. Had some coffee already. Started out with a Get Fit with Rick video. Go check him out on YouTube. He's got a lot of good little walking, stepping type workout videos. And that leads me to my discussion this morning, which is, breaking the routine, right? Stepping away from the norm of what we do. Something I learned years ago was something called muscle confusion. Not to be confused with, injuring our muscles, though, along the way. Again, we're in competition with no one but ourselves when working out. Some of you would probably laugh at my routine or things that I do, like even Get Fit with Rick. I mean, it's a little walking video for 10 to 40 minutes. But what I learned over the years, and years ago, I started gaining some weight. And I had to change up my routine. That included about 6 Mountain Dews a day and probably not really thinking about what I was eating. I want to say I was in my late 20s, and I eliminated the soda. And pretty much from that alone, I probably dropped the weight that I was concerned about. Now, we're talking, 10 to 20 pounds. And I also started doing these aerobic type videos. And it could be anywhere from just walking aerobics to step aerobics, which, of course, it involves some equipment. But I fell in love with the idea. And so I would do that at every opportunity I had, sometimes only once a day, twice a day, maybe 3 times a day, if I could fit it in and felt good, right? As long as I felt good. So in my experience, you never want to be more than numb feeling wise. Numb means you got a little bit of soreness going on. It just means, no pain, no gain kind of thing, but you don't want like sharp pains. Sharp pains are bad or tend to be bad in any muscle, any group. Again, in competition with no one but myself. My workouts have always been mostly cardio based, and I think that just comes from basic training. And drill sergeants, I was split option, National Guard. They were like, you guys always come back the second year fat, out of shape, can't run. And we always did so much running back then. And so when I went home on that year in between, I ran about 3 times a week, and I hated running. But over the course of the years, I just got numb to it, okay? Tried to avoid injuries. I learned about doing ankle rotations to alleviate shin splints. Very, very important. I didn't even know what shin splints were until after AIT, believe it or not. And I had them. So it's the pain on your shin, the front of your calf, along that bone. That's a shin splint. And so I learned to do ankle rotations anytime I was sitting around doing nothing to alleviate that pain. And now I don't get them anymore. It's kind of like the side ache. If you're getting a side ache in the abdomen area, typically it means you're not running enough or doing enough cardio. But the way to loosen that up is, first of all, diaphragm deep breathing, making sure you're doing that. And you have to teach yourself to do it. A lot of us, we just breathe from the neck up when we're working out because we don't think about it. The other thing is doing side stretches, those types of things. Very important to alleviate those side aches before you run. But honestly, it's because you're not doing it enough. That's what I found and have read up on. So nutrition. I got away from the sodas. Started trying to eat some, grilled chicken, broccoli, those types of things. My dad became diabetic late in his life, and we often don't realize even the seasoning, the buttering, that type of stuff to our food really makes a big difference. And if you can avoid a lot of that stuff or minimize it, it's extremely important. I'm not perfect. I definitely don't. I ate a piece of cheesecake this morning, okay? for breakfast. So I'm definitely not perfect. I don't have it all figured out. I know better than what I do a lot of times still yet. And then I've always tried to make up for it with working out. But as I'm getting older, 49 now, I'm finding that's more difficult than it used to be. I can't any longer just go out and run 5 miles and burn 5 pounds. And literally it used to feel like I could burn 3 to 5 pounds with a 5-mile run. It don't work that way anymore for Bill, okay? So there's that. Trying to do better at the nutrition all the time, but it's a constant conscious effort to be made. But that's the things I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this morning. Just in competition with no one but yourself. I believe, the fit factor, frequency, intensity, time, and type of the old FM 2120 of the Army, very important. Okay, so frequency is how often? 3 to 5 times a week. You can do 2-a-days, 2 workouts a day. Again, ensure that you're only feeling numb, not sharp pains. And then intensity. So you try to elevate the heart rate for at least 20 minutes at a time. Now, some of the Get Fit with Rick videos are 10 minutes long. It's okay, man. It's okay to start that way. It's okay for that to be an opportunity workout throughout the day, meaning you do a 10-minute workout versus eating something you'll regret later, right? So, but that's intensity. Elevation of the heart rate. Time, again, 20 minutes. Type. What type of fitness are we doing? Aerobic, strength, and endurance. Look, muscular strength and endurance are very important. I do those. I do pull-ups. I do dumbbells. I do bench. But again, cardio is always my foundation. That's me. Many are not like me. Okay, many prefer the weights. The weights will get you better looking body, definition, bulk up, all those things. I get it. Just be careful to do it the right way and to avoid injuries. At all costs, we want to avoid injuries because injuries, they stop us. They often stop us from doing anything physical. And that's not good. That's a major setback to anything we're doing, to any fitness program that we're doing. And I've had them over the years, man. I've had some setbacks. I fell on some ice in 2013. It was a rough winter. And my treadmill broke at the same time. And so I bummed up my shoulder. And I didn't go to the doctor. I finally tried to make an appointment with the doctor, and it was so far out that I just never went. Luckily, my shoulder did finally recover, but it was so bad. I couldn't even do one push-up for probably a month, okay? But luckily, it got through it. I've been one to kind of work through the pain over the years. I don't know that that's always, I don't think that's always the best way. But sometimes it works. I don't like thinking things are wrong with me, okay? And I don't like always going to the medical professionals. They're going to give us the best advice, science-related, medically related, to alleviate and heal the injury. While we know we have to go through our everyday life reality of working, doing things that involve, physical activity that may not work with the doctor's orders. So I'm always cautious on that. But that's me. If you go to the doctor first, feel free to share your story in the comments below about what works for you. That I'm totally open, just sharing my story. So I'm on the elliptical this morning. I'm about 16 minutes in out of 30. Again, nothing crazy. I really like the soft aerobics too. I got into the ellipticals and stuff years ago instead of just running all the time. Running, it is very good for cardiovascular. It really is if you look at it out there. But it's hard on the joints. It can be hard on our knees and stuff. But check out Pose Running too. P-O-S-E. Check it out. It talks about running leaning forward on the balls of your feet versus the old heel pound. I tend to pound my heels if I'm not thinking about it. Because again, it was kind of like shin splints, man. I didn't know what the hell it was. I didn't know what pounding my heels was. But as I got older, my body started letting me know what pounding my heels is. And so my form has not always been the best. I've had to make a conscious effort to really do it. All right, that's it this morning. Thanks everybody for listening. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe and comment below. Out here.